doesn't make sense, but every cell in my body eats its protein. Oh, grass is only for cows.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the vlog. My life on dos wheels. It's good to see you. I got some good news and I got some bad news. We were supposed to do a tubeless tire setup. That was going to be myself and John. A couple of things cut into that. One of the things that cut into that was, I don't know if you can see, I don't know what the scale is like. It's a mountain of snow behind me. So Friday, lots of rain, followed by a flash freeze, followed by a shit ton of snow. So that temporarily blockaded my hombre John from making his way downtown. The other thing that cut into our successful transition from tubes to tubeless was the fact that the Ottawa police force shut down the on-ramps and off-ramps for the main thoroughfare through Ottawa. We have a thoroughfare called the Queensway with a 417. That's been blocked. Why has it been blocked, you ask? Very good question. Mentioned the last few vlogs, we're occupied. Ottawa's occupied by truckers. So I guess citizens, the community's had enough. Police moved in yesterday. I don't know if you're following this at all on the news. So yeah, for security purposes, they blocked the ingress and the egress ports into downtown. So all of that to say, John couldn't make it. So we're not going to do it this weekend. We're going to do it next weekend. Okay, back inside. Sometimes when I'm out there walking around talking to you or talking to the camera, I feel a little bit like a roving reporter. It's an odd sensation. Anyways, back inside. These are the wheels that we were going to set up tubeless. These are woven D35s, D for the old disco. Yeah, so it's going to have to wait a week. I know you're sorely disappointed, as am I. I was looking forward to getting covered in sealant. That sounds a little erotic. Anyways, I was looking forward to setting those up and looking forward to getting John back on the vlog, but it's going to have to wait until sanity prevails and things can return to normal. All right, let's talk about music real quick. We'll get to the album of the week in a second. I've got it right here. But while I was thinking about this, I was trying to think about music, musical tastes, musical likes of the members of my cycling group. And I really, outside of a couple of people, I really couldn't pin something down. And more importantly, I couldn't really think as to a discussion at any time that we've had on a group ride about our musical preferences and musical likes. You remember the old days, when you would go to someone's house and you would kind of rifle through their record collection trying to find an oddity. But really what you were doing is judging them on their poor tastes. Can you be friends with someone who has a crappy record collection? I don't think so. Anyways, on group rides and you're out there riding, you talk about the really important things like FTP, and you talk about epic rides and weight loss and weight gain and nutrition, and politics and religion. Those are good discussions. But I can't recall a time when we talked about music. Outside of one chap, there's one team member, his name is Jim. Well, Jim's a bit of a dark horse. I have a playlist on Spotify. It's called My Life on Two Wheels. Shocking. And he's used that playlist when he's working out, and he's commented on it, and he likes a lot of the bands on it. I had no idea he was into Wet Leg or Granddaddy, last week's album that we looked at, Under the Western Freeway. So there's certain questions I think I'm going to ask this year when we start riding outside together as a group. what's your favorite album? Even though I don't really love that question, but what's your favorite album? What's your favorite genre? What's your favorite decade of music and why? What's that one guilty record that you have in your record collection, or that one song that you need to hear when you're halfway through that second bottle of wine and you just need to hear it. You know all the words to it. Like, what is it? For me, I would say my guilty album is Adam and the Ants' Kings of the Wild Frontier. Still love it. It's a great record. Anyways, I digress. The album of the week is this one. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's in a metal case. This is like an old film case. It's by the band Public Image Limited. Originally released in 1979, they released 2 editions of this. This one is very rare, the metal box. This is actually from 1979. I didn't buy it in 1979. I paid a lot of money for it way later. The album is actually called Second Edition. So you can get a traditional album cover with Second Edition written on it. But who wants that when you can have this? Metal box. It contains 3 12-inch 45 discs, which makes up the whole album. So Public Image Limited, metal box. Good luck finding this, but you can certainly find the album, Second Edition, in its more traditional packaging. Okay. So musical questions. Let's use Linda as a guinea pig. First question. Favorite album?
Diamond Dogs by David Bowie. Favorite record of all time.
Why?
It's amazing. Every song is amazing, and it's incredibly meaningful to me. It was a gift when I was 15 and having a hard time, and it just resonated and stayed with me.
Question number 2. Favorite decade?
Favorite era is a tough one. I mean, the 80s are formative, and I met Bowie in the 80s, even though all the records I love are from the 70s. So I want to say 80s, but I also really love that period of the 2000s where there's some amazing music that we used to listen to together in the kitchen all the time.
Question number 3. What is that one guilty pleasure? What's that one song that you're a little embarrassed about, or that one album that you're a little embarrassed about that you want to pull out occasionally and have a good old sing-along to? What is that?
I'm going to have to go with Walk a Flock of Flame. Completely misaligned with my own politics, but I don't know. It's a party anthem and I love it.
And question number 4. What's the last album you listened to?
Oh, last album was, I don't know the name of it. Maddie just picked it up, but it's the most recent record by Big Thief. Okay, so last record, Big Thief, but the last thing I picked on Spotify was Grace Jones, so maybe the 80s do win.
All right, that's a wrap. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's vlog. Again, sorry, not a ton of cycling content, but I did show you a wheel that was supposed to be tubeless. Hopefully next week it will be. Get rid of the truckers, open up the 417 Queensway, and all will be good. Have a great week. We will regroup next week, and hopefully we'll get to see a guest appearance by John on the vlog.